against Andy Roddick. He's come through 4-6, 7-6, 7-6. Roddick's not out of it. He's 1-1. Correa, he's 1-1 too. And he's taken out Carlos Moya, who now is definitely out of this competition as far as making it through to the semi-finals concerned. And tonight is Andre Agassi, the number 5 seed, in super form last night against Juan Carlos Ferrero. He takes on David Nalbandian, and here they come. Out there to get a close look at Andre, and they'll be rushing back to their seats now. It's an 8,500 seater sellout here. Alongside Jason Goodall, and what we're looking for, Jason, is more of the second and third sets last night from Andre.
Agassi played fantastic in the third set in particular, where he served so well, and that enabled him then to dominate the rallies from the back of the court. His forehand and backhand were working well, but in the first set it was a no-show, a lot of unforced errors, allowed Ferrero to dominate. But when we spoke to him the other day, Simon, he said, as long as I finish the matches better than I start them, then I'll be okay, and that's exactly what he was able to do yesterday. And if he's not too tired, because it was a 3-set match, and don't forget he was 7-6 in the third in his opening match here on Monday, so as long as he's not too tired, I expect him to come out this evening and play pretty well again.
Well, he's told us he's in the best physical shape he's been in for some time, all year. He said the injuries have taken time to heal. He had a bit of a hip injury, it seems, stretching that out there. So all the work he's done with Gilrays back home, we'll see how it's going to bear fruit here. Nalbandian, number 8 seed's done so well to get here from nowhere this year. He's 1-1 as well, looking, if he can, to make it through. The winner of this match will make it through from the blue group, along with Roger Federer, who will definitely go through as champion. Henrik Molina in charge. So Andre Agassi out there ready. Here comes David Nalbandian. First meeting between these two.
All right, gentlemen, nothing new from the previous matches, really. I've got a call time at 85 seconds for TV changeovers, so that's actually... Any questions? Do you want to call it, David? Heads? Tails, David. All right, good match.
Little trot back, familiar little pigeon steps from Andre. This should be a cracker. Last night's atmosphere was fantastic. It was a wonderful story too with Agassi, who looked down and out, has been peppered by Ferrero, but somehow he found a way to win.
That's a sign of all true champions, and of course he's going to be a little bit rusty, having not competed since the US Open, but I think that match last night will have done him the power of good, and now he can certainly think about progressing further.
It's confirmation that Federer is already through. He's beaten Nalbandian and Agassi, so whoever gets 2-1, even if Federer loses tomorrow and goes 2-1, Federer goes through as the champion of the blue group. We're talking here, the winner of this being the runner-up in the group, going through to the semi-final. No chance for Juan Carlos.
Let's meet the guys to the right of the umpire's chair. What a start he's had this week, upsetting Juan Carlos Ferrero in the first round and losing to Roger Federer. He's 21 and from Córdoba, Argentina.
Great view of how low Agassi gets down to his shots. Let's have a look now. The great man stands. 33 years of age, so 6 years older than any of the other competitors here in the Masters, Tennis Masters Cup. 5th in the Champions race, he's done well to be there. And you think how little he's played in recent weeks. His first tournament this since the US Open. 58 titles, 8 Grand Slams. Winning this title when it was the ATP World Championship in Frankfurt in 1990, 13 years ago. Consistent all the way this year, particularly in the early season. Winning the Australian Open, San Jose, Miami, that was his Tennis Masters Series win. And then winning the title here, the US Clay Court Championships in Houston in April, defeating Andy Roddick in the final.
He really started the year fantastically well, but then struggled somewhat throughout the summer and never really recaptured that form. But he was saying the other day that he's had niggling injuries throughout the year, and the rest after the US Open has allowed him just to get back in tip-top shape. And he always starts the year so well in Australia, so he's hoping that he's going to be able to reproduce some of that kind of form at this event. But this evening obviously is a big match, because it's winner take all. The loser gets nothing, and Nalbandian, who came into this event with very little pressure, because many people didn't even expect him to be able to complete the round-robin matches, but he's only 21 years of age, so he's going to be able to get back from injury as quickly as possible. 2 singles titles to his name. Those came in 2002 in Estoril and Basel, one on clay and the latter on indoor carpet. 2003, he's had a pretty good year, 43 and 18, but no titles, so disappointing as far as that's concerned. Made the final again in Basel this year, and also in Montreal in a couple of semi-final showings, once in Hamburg and of course at the US Open. So those results have meant that he was the last person to qualify, lying 8th in the Champions race. And this is his first appearance at the Tennis Masters Cup Year-End Championships.
Yes, I was in Basel to watch him play, and he was in absolutely sensational form. And then the wrist injury, having beaten Andy Roddick in the semi-final, his wrist injury played up, and he couldn't take his place in the final. Surprisingly, it's the first meeting between the two of them. Last of the spectators making their way to their seats. This is a hot ticket, this one. And everyone hoping, well, 90% of the people here, there's maybe 100 Argentines cheering on Nalbandian, but the vast majority hoping this won't be Agassi's last match in Houston this year.
Great game here, Rick. Have a good game, mate. Thank you.
So it's win or bust here for Agassi and Nalbandian. Agassi won his first match in the Tennis Masters Cup after 5 successive losses last night against Juan Carlos Ferrero, and he finished in sensational form. Never doubted his shot making for a moment, made perhaps 1 or 2 very minor adjustments. For the most part, really went for his shots, and suddenly they came good. It was breathtaking to watch.
And that just shows you how much confidence he has in his own ability. Even when he found himself a set down, I'm sure he and Darren Cahill will have discussed the fact that he still has to keep playing his game plan. He knows that if he does play well and execute his game plan to the best of his ability, he will be able to beat almost anybody he plays on any given day.
Last minute of warm-up. Agassi started to serve really well in the second and third sets last night. That made a crucial difference.
Oh, it's so important to his game. If he can get a high percentage of first serves in, it's a very underrated part of his game, and it allows him then to dominate the rallies from the back of the court, which is what he loves to do.
Eduardo Infantino, who's taken David Nalbandian to the dizzy heights of the top 10 in the last couple of years. And everyone's saying that if Nalbandian stays injury-free next year, he's very likely to move up from 8 in the world now to top 5 for sure.
He's got a lot of talent. He's a very tough competitor, and he can hurt you pretty much from anywhere on the court. And it's a slow, painful death when you're playing against Nalbandian. He doesn't really blow you away, but he doesn't give you many cheap points, and he's a tough competitor. Perhaps the second serve on occasion does tend to let him down a little bit, but that's something he can work on in the off-season.
So there we go then. The final round robin match in this group. Final meaningful round robin match in this group. This is the one that matters. Federer's through. Agassi or Nalbandian will join you. Steady start. It's been windy today. It's still fairly breezy. Not quite as windy as it was this afternoon, but it may well have an effect.
Well watched. Those are the type of shots early on that might confuse the players with the wind swirling a little bit. Got to remember as well that the conditions are going to play a little bit slower because it is cooler this evening. So that might help Nalbandian's cause.
Just a shot from Nalbandian. He has the ability on both rings to suddenly pull the winner out of nowhere. Mostly he sucks up the power. Occasionally he gives some of his own. Straight away, 2 break points.
This is why he's so effective when he gets his first serve in, forces his opponent just to play a defensive shot to get the ball back in court, and then he can pick and choose on the first ground stroke of the rally. Loves to make his opponents run as much as possible, Agassi.
Nalbandian beat Juan Carlos Ferrero in his opening match, 3-1, but Ferrero was in a dreadful state in that match. Nalbandian in better form against Federer, even though he lost the game. There's the backhand.
And that's his favourite shot. When he's in a rally cross court, he loves to change direction on the ball, and it's very difficult to read. That's why sometimes his opponents don't even move.
He seemed to be effortless there, and yet he generated a speed of 81 miles an hour. Didn't seem to be anything on it. Very thankful when that held 3 break points saved.
Nice combination there from Nalbandian. The big forehand cross-court, Agassi doesn't particularly defend well when he's under pressure. Sometimes tends to drop the ball a little bit short, but Nalbandian was unable to take advantage of it on that occasion.
Terrific move in from Nalbandian. He's got a fourth break point. He too has played very little since the US Open, for very different reasons from Andre. Agassi doing what he does best, maneuvering from side to side.
So effective when he's on or around the baseline, and here he was able to move just inside because the length wasn't good enough from Nalbandian, and then Agassi's at his very best. Nice, short, compact swings. Excellent technique off both wings.
Oh, yes. Superb shot. Nothing lucky about that.
So difficult to read that shot, just a flick of the wrist at the very last moment, getting underneath the ball.
Fifth break point. Oh, Nalbandian made a big error there. Was certain that was going out, and that was a sorry error. Can't understand what he was doing there.
Ball was well inside the line, perhaps because it's a little bit cooler this evening. He's been used to those balls flying along at the baseline. Can be an effective tactic against Agassi to drop the ball short with the slice, bring him out of his comfort zone on the baseline, but it was an excellent approach shot there. The length was enough to force the error.
He's hit some majestic winners on both wings in this game.
Just getting enough spin on this last shot. Trading forehands with Agassi. Ball just dipping in at the very last moment because of the spin.
Had 4 outright winners from both players, each player, in the opening game. So Andre took a while out to be with Steffi for the birth of daughter Jazz. His first tournament back. Nalbandian took time off because he had a wrist injury. So, obviously does awfully well there. 5 break points he had to save. Nalbandian after him, but held tough.
Important game to win from Agassi's point of view, because last night he didn't start particularly well, so had he got a breakdown early on this evening, would have given Nalbandian a big boost, confidence, and life could have been very difficult for the American. But having held there and staved off so many break points, he's now got an opportunity to put Nalbandian under a little bit of pressure.
Crowd flooding in courtside now. Still a few empty seats low down, but they'll be filled within the next 10 minutes. Mighty close. Agassi walks away from it. He knew it was away. That's how close it was. Agassi obviously was anxious to impose himself in that rally.
And if he can get good enough length, then he's going to force Nalbandian to play with just one hand, which is what the Argentine obviously doesn't want to do.
Short Gil race, the man who's got Andre into peak condition yet again.
There's good enough footwork to get up to the ball. Just unable to make the shot. High part of the net, 6 inches there, as opposed to the height in the middle of the court.
One more ace of the match. Nalbandian medals it. We've been particularly pleased from yesterday's win because there are not many matches where Agassi turns it around so quickly, so emphatically after looking very much second best.
And it's a win that he very much needed, having disappointing end to the US Open and lost his opening match here. That will have given him a real boost.
His defeat yesterday, who knows, he might not even have turned up for the third match. It would have been a very long off-season. Clueless about the Agassi serve in that game. So this serve so far, it's Agassi who leads 2 games to 1. It seems that his serve is picking up now and is standing where he left off against Ferrero. It is so difficult to pick. It doesn't have great velocity. It has such disguise.
Has improved it so much over the years. It's a relatively low ball toss and a nice fast motion, and he can hit all the serves off the same toss, so it is very difficult to pick. He has an excellent kick serve out to the backhand, so he's going to be trying to use that to take Nalbandian out of court, but he also serves up the tee very effectively, so Nalbandian can't edge over there, and when serving to the juice court, the slice serve out wide and the first serve down the tee are both just as effective as each other, so he's very, very difficult to pick.
Ball was thrown out at Minute Maid Park. We were there. Now we're here at the Tennis Masters Cup. We're Centerpoint Energy. We've been here for over 100 years. Our name is new, but our commitment to delivering energy is timeless. Centerpoint Energy, always
spectators flooding in now from all parts. These are the people who had an early dinner or a quick drink. And you can see the last remaining seats will be filled.
Time.
They're not going to miss Agassi. Who knows, there may be precious few chances to see him in the future. He's a jewel in the crown of tennis.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Nalbandian, 1-2. He's no respecter of reputations. Just made the right move forward at the right time.
He had Nalbandian exactly where he wanted him, moving him from side to side, but the Argentine did very well there to drop the ball low over the net with the single-handed backhand, but Agassi just moving his feet enough to be able to make the short volley, which proved too much for Nalbandian to handle.
That's how badly they want Agassi to win.
Even though it's early doors, Nalbandian's got to keep an eye on his first serve percentage, languishing in the low 40s at the moment, and Agassi will eat that up.
He has been the greatest returner in the history of the game.
Short backswing, using the pace of the oncoming serve and then just redirecting the ball. Contact out in front of the body in order to get the angle cross court.
3 break points. He is a cool hombre. He's Nalbandian, whatever the situation, whoever the opponent. Close, but no cigar.
De aquí me pareció abierta. De aquí me pareció abierta también, ¿eh?
Nalbandian arguing the toss, but I think we can see from TMI this. No, he's right. It's on the line. Nalbandian was perfectly right. The other side from Henrik Molina. So you can understand why he didn't want to get involved. No disgrace with him. But Nalbandian was hawk-eyed there. Whatever, it's history. Agassi has the break, leads 3-1.
It's a good tactic to use against Agassi. If you can get him moving enough, he doesn't particularly pass well when under extreme pressure, but it's difficult for Nalbandian to play a good enough approach shot off that single-handed slice backhand. It's not very natural for him.
Made 9 unforced errors so far, unusual for Nalbandian. camera. It looked like a bread and butter serve, but it fooled Nalbandian. No answer. It's getting very good indeed, Fernando.
It's a perfect combination there for Agassi. The big serve out wide, taking Nalbandian out of court, and then the first shot into the space.
Enough heat on the Agassi baseline shot to make the difference. So Agassi sits down, very happy indeed. He leads 4 games to 1 in this opening set. Well, the momentum that he picked up against Juan Carlos, he has carried it through, is just as good.
And the first game was hugely important. Having held serve under all sorts of pressure, then he's really been able to go strength to strength. And I think now it's going to be a real struggle for Nalbandian to get back into the match.
I do too. And he's not played quite well enough at the moment, Nalbandian, to make it an even contest, making unforced errors himself. It looks like Agassi's got the game, hasn't got the power game and the angles of keeping him stretched all the time, rather than soaking up power. Nalbandian feeds off pace, not getting the pace that he wants.
And I think as well, he's nowhere near as confident as he would like to be coming into this event because of the injury. You can see the wrist there on the left hand. That's what's causing him all sorts of problems. And even if it doesn't give you pain, you haven't been able to practice as much as you would like. And that's one of his favourite shots, the backhand from the back of the court. So he's not quite in the best of shape coming into this event.
Terrific competitor, David Nalbandian. He's proved it time and time again this year. It's been an amazing year for him. Hasn't won a title, but so much success. Final in Montreal, Bâle, semi-final in Hamburg, and the Tennis Master Series there, and in the US Open. For all the consistency that he's had in the season, he wants a big end to it, Nalbandian. At the moment, it looks like this could be his last match of the year. Second double. Danger looming again for Nalbandian.
Imperative to try and win at least a few more games in this first set, even if he can't get back into it, to at least stop the Agassi momentum.
Must stop those errors.
Let's this.
Nalbandian really struggling with his serve right now.
Taking advantage of a slightly shorter ball from Agassi. Again, under pressure and not quite able to stay in the rally as long as he would like with an effective shot. The American and Nalbandian there taking full advantage, but it has to be close to the line when Agassi is playing well, so he forces you to take risks in order to win points. That was another good example of that. Instead of just trying to stay in the rally, Nalbandian forced to go over the high part of the net into the short part of the court and failing to execute.
Sensational shooting with the forehand from Nalbandian.
Doesn't get any better than this. He did very well to stay in the rally there, putting Agassi under pressure with the forehand cross court, and then once he was presented with an opening, he took it.
Just fine. Agassi got very lucky. It was good skill, but he was lucky to get it back.
And Nalbandian will be ruining a missed opportunity there. It was a good return of serve, excellent length. Agassi did well to keep the ball in play, but Nalbandian would be furious he didn't make Agassi play any more shots in order to win the point.
He's not played well in this particular game so far. He needs to up his pace. Break point. He's 0 out of 5 Nalbandian break points so far. It's all of them in the opening game. Self-destruct button with Agassi there. Very strange. suddenly miss after miss from the great Andre. And it's 4 games to 3.
Well, that's why it was so important for Nalbandian to hold serve the game before, because as long as there's only ever 1 break down, there's always going to have an opportunity to get back in the match if Agassi loses focus or concentration. And that's exactly what he did in that last game. Really, the first game in the match where he's just made 2 or 3 unforced errors from nowhere. Nalbandian didn't play particularly well to break serve, but got the end result all the same, and now he's right back in the match.
Doesn't mind playing away from home, you can see that there. Eduardo Infantino saying concentrate, and he is concentrating pretty well. He likes a battle. He doesn't mind the crowd being against him. Does Nalbandian. He's up for this. Now we really do have a battle in our hands. Nalbandian, well, we know of his resilience from pushing him right the way through the year, so no surprises there. What was surprising was the way that Andre capitulated some real horrible shots.
And what he's going to make sure now is that that only lasted a game. He can't afford to give Nalbandian a cheap service game here and let the Argentine really create some momentum of his own.
So new balls. Nalbandian 3-4.
I think that's a very effective tactic against Agassi, to go slow, cross-court, short-angled with some topspin, and hopefully force the American to play a one-handed backhand.
It's just left us. Don't know if it's just a bit of mental frailty for the moment or what, but suddenly the errors are coming time after time.
The backhand has been fragile all week. It's the shot which he hasn't quite found yet with as much regularity as he would like.
2 aces in the match so far, both to the Argentine. Two cracking shots from Agassi.
Excellent length. As long as he can keep the ball deep, then it's virtually impossible for Nalbandian to hurt him. But as soon as he drops the ball short, then that's when the problems start.
Right down for that. Nalbandian on fire, and he's looking the governor at the moment. Agassi had better beware. Suddenly the Argentines making themselves heard.
It's all about anticipation and then getting his feet into the right position. smothering the ball up the line. It's a very, very difficult shot to play. It's easy to balloon the ball up a little bit too high, and then the opposition has an easy opportunity to make the pass.
Too many of those at the moment. Serve out wide from the deuce court. Does the trick. Agassi stops the run of 3 successive games to Nalbandian. Agassi in front, 5-4. He badly needed that game, did Andre?
Certainly did, and his serve again coming to the rescue. I think if we use TMI to have a look at these comparison between the Agassi first and second serves, it's very interesting. Take a look on contact with the ball between the first, which is the yellow ball, and the red, the second one. When they initially make contact, the red one's going slightly higher than the yellow one because he's hitting topspin on the ball. Of course, the first serve is going quicker, so it's going to go over the net first, and it's going to land deeper because the trajectory is slightly different. The second serve, the red one's going to land shorter, and it's going to bounce higher because it's hit with topspin. So when returning it, it's a lot more difficult sometimes to return the second one, particularly to the ad side, because it bounces up higher. The first one obviously is trying to hurt his opponent with pace. So when you're returning the ball there, the returner is obviously under a little bit more pressure with the higher contact on the second.
Serve in the nick of time because that was not a good passage for him. Maybe the flurry of errors are over now. Nalbandian serving to stay in the first set after 35 minutes. Seventh error on the backhand.
Has had some problems with the backhand this week, Agassi. Remember when he had match point against Federer, he missed a backhand return, which he thought he should have made. Last night, that was the shot that was misfiring wildly in the opening set. Just quite time the ball as he would like on occasion.
a backhand and he comes back with interest.
That's where Nalbandian is so good. And this shot from Agassi here, he's looking to put Nalbandian under pressure, and not only did he think, okay, well, he might not even get it back, but if he does, it's going to be a defensive shot. But that's where he's so strong on the backhand side.
Again, the more pace he gets, the more you get. That's just brilliant.
Now, this is a shot that I love from Nalbandian. I think tactically it's perfect. He's given him the heat the point before, so here he just rolls the wrist at the back of the ball in order to get the necessary angle. Absolutely superb in terms of tactics and execution.
Backhand, he was too far away from it.
Got set up too early, didn't read the ball correctly, and therefore no way he was going to be able to execute the shot because it was risky going over the high part of the net.
Nalbandian's family, his mother and the brother you saw earlier on in the shot. Still errors on the backhand with Agassi, and he's in trouble now.
And he won't compromise in these situations. He's going to keep going for his shots. And the trouble is that if he's not playing well, the points tend to run away from him.
It's a whole saga of backhand errors right now. 3 break points then for the Argentine. First ace for Honda. Nalbandian wants to know all about this. I think the problem was it was so late, the call. I'm not sure it was the wrong call, but it came too late, which created the doubt. Third break point. Done it again. And he gives him a big look, and Mum's as proud as Punch, isn't she? But it was Agassi really, before that, who handed the break to him, but didn't he take it joyously?
Well, it was absolutely fantastic point from Nalbandian. He stays in the rally very well indeed, and when you expect him to be playing a defensive shot, it takes Agassi totally by surprise because he's able to change direction on the ball under extreme pressure. That's when the left hand comes into play. That's why it was so worrying for him not to be able to play because of the pain in that wrist. You'll see here when he's under pressure, almost playing like a half volley pushed onto the back foot, and Agassi expecting him just to go back cross court and try and stay in the rally, and that's why the tactic is so effective and he's so difficult to beat.
The family box there, absolutely alive. Nalbandian then has worked really hard. Seen Agassi's form start pretty low, then get good, and then really drop. Nalbandian stayed pretty constant, and he deserves his chance here to serve out for the first set. double.
It's important for Nalbandian, try and keep the first serve percentage up in this game. He's winning a high percentage of points when the first serve goes in. He's only dropped 3 points in the whole set.
Tournament promoter, getting ready for action now. He's going to be chief cheerleader from now on in. Can you imagine a semi-final here without Andre Agassi? Could be without Andy Roddick as well. That would be a nightmare. Two Americans beaten on the same day, no fun. So he's getting his cheerleader hat ready.
Huge point here, taking his time, Nalbandian. Pay a lot of money for a first serve.
It's just what he wanted. Right on the line.
Very intelligent serve, 79 miles an hour, so he took a lot of pace off it, but the accuracy was superb.
Trying a little bit too hard there. Here's a big chance. Backing himself against Andre's backhand, and he was right there. He's made 14 forced errors, I guess. 11 of them have come that side. Darren can't believe it.
That's been one of the key fundamental differences between these two players in the match so far, the ability to make that shot down the line when they need it most.
Spraying into all parts. Set point. Set point, the backhand comes good. It's a perverse game sometimes.
Certainly is, but look at the difference here. He's well inside the court, so instead of trying to hit the ball too hard, he was able to use the pace of the oncoming serve, take a slightly shorter swing, so therefore it's a slightly higher percentage shot, but still very, very good given the circumstances.
Third ace for Nalbandian. As you like.
Well, an amazing match and an amazing point. Look at Agassi there. Made the return, dropped the racket, managed to get back into the rally. Nalbandian perhaps put off a little bit. And Nalbandian getting a little bit unlucky with the ball clipping the top of the net, which gave Agassi plenty of time to set up.
Fourth double fault for Nalbandian. Great point again for Andre. No. But you'd back in to make it, wouldn't you?
9 times out of 10, well inside the baseline. Good footwork, made plenty of room to use the forehand. And it's a high percentage going inside out, so you've got to expect him to make the shot.
Can't miss on the backhand. Third break point. He's done it. How pleased is he? It's a tiebreaker. Fantastic. Drama follows him wherever he goes. And he's done so again. But how will he play in the breaker? He's been so up and down this thing.
We just don't know. It's a missed opportunity, obviously, for Nalbandian. Wasn't able to continue playing as well as he had for the last 3 or 4 games, but you've got to give credit to Agassi. Took his opportunity, even though he still made a few unforced errors.
Agassi with a terrific tiebreak record, so too does Nalbandian now. But I guess the key is Agassi. We know roughly how Nalbandian is going to play in this breaker. How will Agassi play?
I think much depends on the first serve of both players. If they can get a high percentage in, they've got a very good opportunity of winning the point. But any second serves might go punished.
Right on the line. Agassi from his and he put in the big slice.
I think the shot would have been successful had it gone over. Agassi wasn't really making tracks to cover the court, but not giving it enough air, not opening the angle of the racket face enough, and Agassi's got first mini break.
Archer. Bread and butter serve. Nalbandian was flummoxed. The best shot of the match so far.
Missed the routine returns of serve and making an exceptional shot like that. Look at the roll of the wrist in order to just add a little bit of spin. Had to take a chance because he was out of court.
If that one shot could get anybody going, it's that shot. That was outrageous. He can't do the same.
It's just a superb serve from Nalbandian, taking all the pace off the ball, but getting the angle because the ball bouncing well up the single sideline, and Agassi was a good 3, 4, 5 feet outside the double sideline. No chance to get back in the rally. He had to take a risk on forced error.
Six all, 3-all. 4 minutes short of the hour have been going. Both camps look edgy. Time it's Nalbandian's backhand that breaks down. Big serve from Agassi. Just about as quick a serve as he's produced in the match. 116 miles an hour. How many times has he done that in this set?
And it's the short angle cross-court backhand that's opening up the court for Nalbandian, because as soon as Agassi goes back to the backhand, then he's able to go down the line, which is by far his favorite shot.
No, he's just missed it. Andre looks up at Molina as if he might get a change of mind. None coming. But it was on the line. It was on the line. Now Nalbandian's coming up. Has there been a change? I didn't hear it overruled, but it might have been. It has been overruled, I think. He's made the overrule. Didn't hear it. He's made the overrule.
No la tocarían un... ¿Perdón? Ahora no nos la pondrán,
Spanish
seguro.
is difficult to pick up. It's a tough overall, I have to say, but it was down his line.
It doesn't get any tougher than that. That's unbelievable. You didn't hear it. It wasn't made initially. So Agassi questioning the umpire. And then the overall coming, we didn't hear it initially, so therefore Nalbandian's going to think that because Agassi spoke to the umpire, then he made the overall.
And it's given Agassi set point on his serve. Wow, what an overall that was by Molina. Set point, Andre. Well, I have to say, justice done.
A very, very tough situation for Nalbandian to accept, and he's still frustrated, he's still remonstrating with the umpire, but he's got to get that out of his mind now. He's done the tough thing, he's won the next point, and he's back on level terms, and it was a very intelligent backhand cross-court. Agassi failing with the backhand down the line once again. He really hasn't got that shot to play with this evening so far.
Agassi blasting that form, flattening it out time after time.
Incredible point, especially given the circumstances. Both players going toe-to-toe. No quarter asked and no quarter given.
Second set point. This time there it's on the Argentine side. Ace number 5. We each had 2 set points. He's good when he's angry, isn't he, Nalbandian?
It's an excellent 2 points there. First serves coming to the rescue when he needed them most. Having the courage to still stay aggressive and go for the shots.
Third set point then. Missed it. He's missed it. He thinks he's got it this time. Oh, wow. Nalbandian sure he's got this one.
Eso, David. ¿Se trata de verla de una manera o de otra?
Tell over the other side of the court. They're the crew.
David,
no se puede
They're
creer.
experts.
No se puede creer.
se trata de que yo en esta no estoy completamente seguro. Entonces no puedo hacer una corrección.
En esta le pegué yo. En la otra, en esta le pegué yo.
No, por favor.
En la otra le pegó él.
Looks like it might have got the line. Might have got some of the line. Oh, well on that, which is invariably right, TMI says it was wide. On the earlier shot, it favoured the ball being in. Thought it might have just got some of the line. But I don't think Molina made a mistake there by not getting the ball, that's for sure. You have to feel for Nalbandian, nothing's going right for him right now.
Well, this is a severe test of his character. Feels he's been wronged.
Third set point for Andre. Oh, you brute. How strong was that?
That's amazing. Still having to go at Enrique Molina. But he's
No es
using
buen
it.
momento, de verdad, ni para ti ni para mí ahora.
Improving his play
Discutir
because of
sobre
it.
esto.
Sos un cagón, eso es lo que sos. Cagón con
Yeah, he was looking for a warning, I think, Nalbandian, and he's got one. I can't guess what he said. Can't be precise. He didn't say, let's go and have dinner. They've each had 3 set points now. This is fantastic.
Won't let it lie.
He's a he-man, isn't he? Second survey, set point, excuse me. And the backhand lets him down.
The other thing you've got to take into consideration is Nalbandian's been able to maintain his level of play while this has all been going on, and Agassi, on the other hand, has had to try and maintain his concentration, which is very difficult in these circumstances.
It's a 4th set point. The formality, but it'll do. Set point number 4 saved.
Both players playing this point very edgily. The block return, high percentage, didn't get his feet in the right position, and Agassi not looking very accomplished on the forehand volley, but got the job done.
10 points all. Can't believe it's happening again. Night after night with Andre Agassi. The drama attracts him like a magnet. Fourth set point for Agassi. I think if Edmund Molina said it was night time, Nalbandian would disagree. Quarter left. Not according to David. Surely he won't go for a second surveys. Surely. Stand by for liftoff. An unbelievable set. And Andre Agassi somehow has won it in the break. Supervisor Matt Darby coming on. Can have a word, perhaps, with David Nalbandian.
It's impossible to tell if anybody wants to Agassi or retire, and it's more simple. You understand what I said? Do you see the timer? I saw the timer. I have no idea.
Supervisor Mike Darby with Nalbandian just trying to quieten him down, reasoning in with him.
Linesman and the umpire with Agassi, just let me know. I retire and it's more simple. I don't run.
Listen, nobody's looking for anybody to.
Yeah. The tournament director is looking for somebody.
Yeah, but
You know that? Tell me, you know that?
I know what
Yes
he wants.
or no?
I know
Tell
what
me
he
yes
wants,
or
but
no.
I know what we're officials. It's a different story. Officiating on court is a different story.
Oh, no. I don't think it's a different.
It is a different story.
I'm completely sure because
I don't know if you can
that's
pick this up at
impossible.
home. It's
Two time in a
absolutely
row.
fascinating. We're just going a
One
little
backhand on the line from him.
This is amazing.
The
What's
linesman
going on
pull
here?
out, and he will do overrule. And when I hit the ball, he don't do overrule.
Nalbandian saying the tournament director, and I think he means the tournament promoter, wants Agassi to win. There's no doubt about it. And he thinks that down on court, they're being influenced by that. Mike Darby's saying, we're officials, we're not influenced by anybody, but we know who the tournament promoter wants to win. There is a distinction. But I think Jim McInville's got to be a bit careful sometimes the way he supports Agassi and Roddick. Otherwise, that kind of accusation is going to fly.
It's already too late for that. I think he's overstepped the mark and has done since the beginning of the event by the way he's been supporting the American players above all of the other competitors in this event.
Nalbandian feels a conspiracy against him.
Second set, Nalbandian.
It's calmer now, but he's going to get noisy again, is our Jim. I think it did just miss. But the doubt is in his mind now, firmly in his mind. He feels there's a conspiracy against him. He's waiting for another overall, and he's applauding Emil Molina.
He's got to be careful now, Nalbandian. He's already had a warning. So it's not an easy situation. He's got to try and forget it, put it out of his mind and concentrate on the job in hand. Agassi doing very well on the other side of the net to maintain his concentration.
Nalbandian may have shaken up Mark Darby and then Molina, but don't be fooled. He loves playing life odds against. He's not wild about the officiating here. Everything going on goes well at the moment.
Trying to draw Agassi into the net with a little short slice backhand, but just not playing it aggressively enough. Gave it a little bit too much air.
Still Agassi's backhand refuses to work consistently.
I think that's the thing that Nalbandian has to really concentrate on. is the fact that, okay, he lost the opening set, he played some good tennis in patches, but Agassi's not playing unbelievable. He's got an opportunity here to win this match and progress to the latter stages of the event.
Yeah, there were periods towards the end of the set when Agassi looked distinctly fragile.
He's just got to keep reminding himself of that rather than harping on about the fact that he thinks the officiating is stacked against him. But it is difficult as a player once you lose confidence in the officials, because then anything close to the line, and these guys go close to the line all the time, it's called against you. It starts to
keep
get
it
on your
with
mind.
you. Keep it with you. Thanks. No, I don't think it's us. Give it to me. Yeah.
If anyone's going to keep a cool head the other side of the net, it's this guy. And a lot of water under his particular bridge. Well, he hasn't forgot that shot.
It's amazing. Agassi not even close to reading this shot. It's so very difficult. The length was excellent, and still he's able to change direction on the ball off the back foot.
Agassi's best backhand for a long while.
Courage to take the ball out of the air rather than let it bounce and lose territory. Great combination, excellent return of serve, taking the ball nice and early. Again, it's the length that's so vital. Obviously not able to retrieve well enough, stay in the rally long enough.
So break point. Madness after all the glorious shots he's played in the game. To miss that at break point, criminal.
It's going to hurt because he knows that's his favourite shot, and it was there for the taking.
On a backhand cross-court rally, you know who the money's on. And it isn't this guy. Second break point. Very well played. Well, you have to take your hats off him. After all that he suffered, and he suffered a little bit of injustice, quite a bit of injustice at the end of that first set, to come back like this, terrific.
Really shows strength of character. Very, very difficult to get a clear head at the beginning of this second set, especially after all the effort he put into the first, but managed to start it absolutely perfectly.
Agassi for large portions of that first set. He's outplaying him again.
Especially from 4-1 down, you've got to remember Agassi did enjoy that lead in the opening set, so the momentum really firmly in Nalbandian's favour over the last 45 minutes or so. Tactic was a good one to try and draw Agassi in, but he gave it a little bit too much air, and good anticipation from Agassi, but amazing really, he was unable to make that shot. He was there in plenty of time. Contact was nice and high off the ground.
Nalbandian off to a racing start in the second set. First set to Agassi, 3 in a row to Nalbandian.
It's amazing really, after all the drama of the opening set, really very subdued first 3 games from Agassi, whereas you perhaps would have thought that it might have been exactly the opposite. Nalbandian responding very well to adversity. I think you hit the nail on the head, Simon, when you said he likes taking on life and really being the underdog, and I think that suited him, even though he is playing the martyr a little bit.
A lot calmer now, able to take it all in, and he's playing pretty well. He's certainly playing better than Agassi, but then Juan Carlos was for a large part of last night. Ended up the loser. A good year for Nalbandian, first time in the Masters. Correa, a winner, a convincing winner this afternoon against Carlos Moya. It could be a double Argentine victory if Nalbandian can continue this momentum. It's a set down, but very much in the driving seat in the second set. Even though Agassi's a set-up, you wouldn't have him as the favourite, really. Simply wondrous array of shots.
Timing is so good, very short swing, but he's still able to generate 81 miles an hour on the return.
Can't stop hitting winners at the moment.
And the trouble is, when you're playing against an opponent who loves to go down the line and are able to execute those shots time and time again, it's very difficult to defend against.
After 2-3 setters in the last 3 days, Andre may soon decide if he drops the serve here to take a bit of a rest.
We saw that in the opening set, I think, against Ferrero. Had one eye on the second set for the last couple of games in order to try and conserve some energy.
That was only his second ace of the match. Heartening rally for Agassi's supporters. produces results and serve out wide. So it must have been right to the line. Agassi holds them. First game of this second set.
Absolutely vital game for Agassi to win. He's got to remember that he was a break-up in the first set before Nalbandian managed to fight his way back in. So as long as he can remain within a couple of games of Nalbandian, then he's obviously still in with a chance.
This is always susceptible to having a break. I guess of the top 8 players of the players here, Nalbandian probably has the least effective serve.
No doubt about it. When his first serve percentage is nice and high, then that does earn him some cheap points. But when he misses a few, the second serve isn't quite as good as perhaps it should be. And Agassi can take advantage of that.
Twist with the shoulders, another winner. So comfortably off the bat.
And that's why it's so difficult to play, because he just has exquisite timing and it can hurt you from anywhere in the court. Fantastic shot, because Agassi's looking to put Nalbandian under pressure. Nalbandian's forced onto the back foot, and when you'd expect him to play a defensive shot, out comes another winner.
Look at that. Nalbandian more than double the winners of Agassi. How often does that happen in a match? And he's just set down. Scarcely credible. Chance there for Agassi to really get onto it. See the eyebrows furrowed.
Well, the shot was on, and he was trying to, again, hurt Agassi with the backhand up the line, but he is going to miss it occasionally because it is a risky shot.
His first ace of this set is 7-0. Agassi in the first set he lost in in the end, the next few games, and it went to a breakout. It's 4-1 now. Nalbandian in the second set. But from that moment when Nalbandian was 4-1 down in the first set, he really has been in charge, apart from the breakup and all that nonsense happened. By and large, 6-4-1 in the first set. The Argentine's been well on top.
And you've got to remember that it all stems from those rash of unforced errors that Agassi made in order to drop his serve, because up until that point, you're absolutely right. He was commanding the match and he was dominating the majority of the rallies. Nalbandian didn't look particularly enamoured with the way he was playing, but as soon as he got the break of serve, you saw the first real positive signs of body language, and from there on in, he's really believed, or it certainly looks like he really believes he can win this match, and he's much the better of the two players in the last sort of 45 minutes or so, and I think that's got to be worrying Agassi.
Jason's just left us. Counting well.
Time.
Suddenly he's come back with a blue and white shirt.
Always trying to blend in with the locals.
Is that the expression? One-4 then. Second set.
15.
Service game for Andre. No alarms there. Can he get something going on Nalbandian's serve? He's won just 4 points on Nalbandian's serve in this set. None when the first serve's gone in.
Just simply too short from Agassi. He doesn't perhaps defend as well as some of the other players in the event, so that's why he likes to dominate the rallies as much as possible.
Shot to the baseline must have been very close, but Nalbandian right up to the task.
Backhand so sweet. It's amazing, really, considering how little he's been able to use that shot in the last few weeks.
He's almost forgotten about the wrist problem, which kept him out of action for 7 weeks. Another error on the single-hander from Andre. Nalbandian, a game away from taking this to a third set. And every time he sits down now, Nalbandian sits down with a little bit more command in his head than he had. All the tumult of half an hour ago, not forgotten, but on the back burner.
I think that's why he's playing very assuredly now. 25 winners from the back of the court, 12 of those off the backhand, 13 off the forehand. So he can hurt you off both wings, and that's why he's such an effective player. And of course, 9 on the serve as well. So the first serve percentage has been nice and high, and he's winning in this set every single point when the first serve's gone in, 11 from 11. So he's playing very effectively, and Agassi therefore finding it very difficult to make any inroads from the back of the court. Only 9 winners, 6 off the forehand and 3 off the backhand, for a total of 14. It's not much at all considering his winning.
By and large, when Agassi is dominated, he loses. He was losing against Ferreira until he was able to turn it around by attacking. At the moment, he's being dominated. And I can't see him winning unless he can do the miraculous thing he did last night.
I don't think there's any question about that. He definitely doesn't defend well and stay in the rally long enough when he's under pressure. He loves to be the one dictating play, standing on or around the baseline and moving his opponent around. He simply hasn't been able to do that enough tonight.
Well taken. Taking off.
Absolutely superb. Agassi again trying to dominate, but the length simply not good enough, just bouncing just beyond the service line, and now Nalbandian able to take full advantage of that.
Serving pretty well, and it's his serve that's stopping this being a humiliation. Agassi holds. What kind of pressure can he put on Nalbandian? He's been able to put such little pressure on. Remember when Nalbandian served for the first set, he did seem to take his foot off the accelerator a little bit, and Agassi took advantage. Here he serves for the second. Coach's poker face, the player certainly isn't. you know it, even in the biggest points, he's still going to fire that down.
Well, there's a nice variation here because first he threw in the slice to keep the ball nice and low, and then he's able to swing through that one and take it downtown.
A little bit greedy there.
I think so. Nice, simple backhand cross court. Perhaps let the rally progress a little bit until a slightly better opportunity came along.
Terrific. The last one wasn't.
A little bit over-ambitious. Very, very difficult indeed to half volley a ball that's coming down from a height with a little bit of spin on it.
2 set points for Nalbandian. Shades of what happened in the first set. His first double fault of the set when he served for it.
For service.
It's been his signature shot in the second set. So credit to him for finishing the set off with it. One set all after an hour and 3/4.
Well, it was an excellent set as far as Nalbandian was concerned, and I think the set summary is going to make pleasant reading for all his fans. Served well, very effective, made 52% of first serves, but won 100% of the points when the first serve found its mark, 14 of 14, which is incredible considering he's playing against one of the best returners the game's ever seen. 15 winners and just 8 unforced errors, so that's a fantastic ratio, and he's able to take advantage of one of his 2 break points. Look at Agassi though, served pretty well, 75%, but totally ineffective from the back of the court. Only 2 winners, 9 unforced errors, and didn't manage to manufacture a single break point against an Nalbandian serve.
Agassi with that backhand, almost playing with one hand behind his back. Some of the winners, glorious winners from Nalbandian. Most on the backhand, just like that one. There's reaction to Nalbandian taking set number 2 in for a deciding set. An hour and 44, the crowd getting excited. This could be Agassi's last match of 2003. Could be his last match for someone here in the States.
Like this. Second service.
Shot.
It takes a lot of talent to be able to execute a shot like this under this kind of pressure. Just a little flick of the wrist, opening the angle of the racket face enough to get the ball over his opponent, but then putting enough spin on the ball so that it dipped just inside the baseline.
Every error he makes, David Nalbandian, you can hear the contingent around the tournament promoter, led by the tournament promoter, applauding. Can't be good for his peace of mind, but he's used to that. Agassi gets off to a lead, set number 3.
He responded so well, Nalbandian, at the beginning of the second set. Now it's important for Agassi to respond well, having dropped the second. Serving first is definitely an advantage. The crowd are going to try and raise his level of play, and he's been able to respond yesterday against Ferrero. Will he be able to do the same this evening? It's going to be very interesting. The first couple of Nalbandian service games are going to be important because they'll set the tone for the remainder of the set.
First service.
One of the problems Agassi faces this evening is the fact that his backhand down the line isn't working particularly well, so therefore he has to go cross-court. And when he goes cross-court, then that opens up the court for Nalbandian to go down the line.
Yes. He doesn't need any second bidding, does the Argentine? Maybe Agassi's hoping that somewhere on the line the well runs dry. The shot stops performing, but happened then, but it's not happening often.
Agassi's really got to try and get a look at the Nalbandian first serve. It's so very difficult for him to get close to winning a point on it at the moment.
He's ridden many storms before, Andre. Some storms of his own bidding. That stat really does hurt. Look at those backhand errors. Won another service game, which was a breeze for the Argentines. So it's set all and a game all.
Again, I think it's very difficult for Agassi to make any adjustments to his game plan. He's going to continue to try and go for it. It's just going to be a case of whether he's going to be able to find his range in time.
Third ace. When he serves working like that, he's got the freedom to hit the big forehand from half court.
Did well here, coming in, taking the ball on the rise before it got up to an uncomfortable height.
As soon as he can get in a backhand exchange, Nalbandian can back himself big time.
See how distressed he is. He just can't believe that a shot like that is letting him down so drastically.
And all the times I've seen Agassi, I've never seen it as bad as this for so long. We used to talk of Sapris's backhand as a potential weakness, but never Agassi's. See? Sensational shot.
And that's the difference between these two players. Agassi putting Nalbandian under extreme pressure there, but even under all sorts of pressure, Nalbandian was able to then recover, and not only with the defensive shot, but with an aggressive one.
The more the pace he gets, the more he brings. Agassi, a little squeal of his own there. A few happy campers. Agassi in front, serving great, but not playing great.
Well, that was an excellent service game from Agassi, and I think if we have a look at the serves direction using TMI, you'll see that they're serving very accurately indeed. Look at Agassi there. That's the first serve, grouped very nicely indeed. The vast majority on the right-hand side, going out to Nalbandian's forehand. It tries to open up the court with that serve, and on the backhand side, they group nicely on the left-hand side, trying to take Nalbandian out of court. The vast majority of second serves going to the Nalbandian backhand. If you then flip that around, it'll be interesting to see more accurately Nalbandian serving, and look at that with the first serves, particularly to the outside on the left-hand side, serving to Agassi's backhand, and that's the shot which Agassi's really been struggling with, so he's going to continue with that as much as possible. And he's not missing many first serves to the outside either. Most of the second serves he serves to the deuce side on the right-hand side of your screen are down to the Agassi backhand as well, which is the shot that's obviously troubling the American the most.
Seems to me, Jason, that it's Agassi's serve at the moment, by and large, and a few forehands, that are holding him up in this match.
No doubt about it. As long as he keeps a high percentage of first serves in, then at least he's got a chance of holding serve, and then he's got to hope that the backhand is going to start firing at some stage, or Nalbandian's then going to start making a few unforced errors, because at this stage in the match, The serve is the only thing that's working really well for Agassi.
New balls, no breaks so far in the third set. That's what I think Agassi could do a little bit more, work the angles more. Don't give him pace, he milks you on pace.
And that's what Nalbandian's been able to do in the match. He's mixed it up nicely, but if Agassi just takes a little bit of pace off the ball there, I think Nalbandian definitely finds it a little bit more difficult to generate his own.
Oh yes. Suddenly.
It's been a while since we've seen one of these. Had plenty of time to get himself in the right position. And he was able to unload with the upper body.
Took time for the call, but it was the right one. Raising the angle twice on the backhand this time. Here are two great points for Agassi. Agassi hasn't broken since Nalbandian served for the first set.
Been able to find a couple of really big second serves when he's needed it most in this match, Nalbandian, and that was one of those occasions. Agassi standing threateningly inside the baseline, but didn't read the serve.
Don't believe it. He does. And he wants more of it. Agassi, who's been outplayed for an hour and a half, suddenly takes advantage. But I don't think his supporters feel secure. They might feel a little bit more optimistic.
And relieved.
Not secure yet.
No, there's definitely no question that Nalbandian is still going to be dangerous, but they'll be breathing a lot easier if Agassi can confirm that break of serve by holding here.
The best rally that Agassi's played in the 2 hours and 1 minute we've been going on his backhand. So solid for the first time.
And if you just turned on and saw that rally, you'd think, well, this is the Agassi of old. I can't believe he's in the third set, because he was utterly dominant and he was striking the ball out in the middle of the racket superbly.
For the first time since very early on, he's looking the governor now, Andre. Now Agassi's backhand looking a little bit more efficient than Nalbandian's. To be everything would say that. He cares. Agassi 2 games away from victory.
The interesting thing with these players, though, is their confidence in their own ability. We saw Federer's forehand leave him when he played against Agassi in the first group match here, but he said after the match, look, I believe in my ability to be able to execute this shot. I'm going to continue doing it, and I'm going to hope that it's going to work for me. And that's the same with Agassi tonight. As you said, Simon, he's been outplayed for the majority of this match, and the backhand's been awful. A whole host of unforced errors coming off that side. But suddenly in the last 2 games, he's looked like the Agassi of old. He's cut out his unforced errors. He's been able to dominate Nalbandian, and suddenly the match has changed completely.
Is he still in defeat? No doubt that Agassi's played his best tennis in this third set. Nalbandian hasn't. If Nalbandian can get to where he was in the second set, he could still have a chance.
It's all about playing the big points well in these huge matches, and Nalbandian wasn't able to do that in the opening set. Agassi was, and Agassi been able to take advantage here in the third set of a few unforced errors from Nalbandian.
So good. Agassi guessed down the line, but still not able to stop it.
Just conserving a little bit of energy here. Agassi, perhaps once he realized he didn't have a great chance to make the distance, gave up on the shot.
Past.
It's more like the second set there. Those are the shots that Nalbandian was able to play time and time again when put under pressure by Agassi. 85 miles an hour under that kind of pressure. The power that Nalbandian was able to generate on that shot.
Seventh double fault. Making a lot of mistakes now, that side, Nalbandian.
Just been unable to sustain level of play long enough.
This has been watching Agassi for too long. Learned how to make that shot. Look bad. Now the roles are reversed. Almost.
It's a big point for Agassi there. Still staying aggressive.
Just amazing. Just about the rally of the match so far.
Great hitting from both players, and Agassi able to sustain the attack throughout the rally. Nalbandian doing well to stay in it as long as he did.
No reaction from Agassi. Great showman, but no showboating while the match is going on. No pace, works, time and time again.
Nalbandian running out of ideas now.
It's break point. Surely it's virtually match point to go 5-1 up, 2 breaks up. That was disappointing. Nalbandian hanging tough, but no surprises there. Brave play from the Argentine.
Excellent forehands, getting a little bit of extra height over the net. Spin bringing the ball down into the court, and the length proving too much for Agassi to handle.
Looking for the lights as if the lights were strong there. Maybe he threw the ball right into Langlands.
Double faults now for Nalbandian, coming at a very inopportune moment. It's a must-win game.
one from Nalbandian. Some things that were quite exquisite, others that were abysmal. Second break point. Well, he's been a rare old mixture in this game.
Yeah, the forehand cross-court serving him well here because it was a short angle shot bouncing just inside the service line. Therefore, meant that Agassi had to move an extra couple of steps in order to get the ball back in play, which then opened up the forehand inside out for Nalbandian.
Thought he'd set it up perfectly. Credit Nalbandian. Did what he had to do there. And it's still game on here. This guy is far from finished.
Got to remember what happened in the first set. Agassi was in total command until he dropped serve with a plethora of unforced errors.
Very close, Nalbandian wants Enric Molina to intervene there. Feels he hasn't given him anything. Close for sure. But out it was. Maybe he wants to get angry again. It's still far from the authentic Agassi. It may be good enough, but only just. Words of advice from Molina as that one departed.
And again, a lovely backhand here. No reply from Agassi because he simply didn't read the shot.
I think Nalbandian challenging Molina to call that one out. Wow. That wasn't far away either. That would have been break point.
Very risky shot to go down the line, but Nalbandian's been playing it so well for the vast majority of this match. If you hit the ball slightly late, you run out of court.
Nalbandian setting the pace in that game, but not able to convert. Andre holds on. You still wouldn't call him home quite yet. 2¼ hours. Still work to do.
There's been so many ups and downs in the match for both players and so much drama that you really have to think that it's not going to end as simply as that. Nalbandian, though, obviously has to do the most work. He's got to hold serve this next game. That's the important thing. Put a little bit of pressure on Agassi. There's no doubt he will be feeling it. And then hope that he's going to get another opportunity.
Fitness isn't the problem, mental or physical. It's just getting the form right.
Time.
Listen to the crowd, they'll tell you everything you have to know about the support that Agassi has here. The Argentine, not without his support. Nalbandian serving to stay in the match.
The length was good enough to force Nalbandian to have to play the backhand with one hand, which of course is a little bit more difficult for him to control.
Hallelujah. Yeah, it was that good.
It was a fantastic rally, both players at full stretch and playing somewhere near their very best tennis. And finally, Agassi able to find the backhand down the line. Again, though, throughout the rally, he'd mixed it up superbly using the short angle cross court in order to open up the court by taking Nalbandian wide.
It's 2 points away. Nalbandian having a go at Jim McInville, the tournament promoter, saying applaud that. So sarcastically, there he is, he applauds it. But this is amazing. Tournament promoter and player having words.
all started a couple of points ago when Agassi won that outstanding rally. Nalbandian was having a word with him, telling him just to quieten down a little bit. Needs to concentrate on the job in hand, though.
Just how it was.
Nalbandian.
So Agassi had a squeak of a chance there, couldn't take it. Now, all he needs to do is serve as big and as well as he has been through this set, and he's home, unless Nalbandian catches fire.
You make it sound very simple, Simon.
That's the key thing. He's a few quicker than that. Finished it off really well, didn't he, against Juan Carlos?
That's a fantastic shot from Nalbandian. And look at the way he mixed it up there. A high looping shot to the Agassi backhand, so he doesn't give him any pace to feed off, and then upping the tempo on the backhand up the line.
His first double fault of the match after 2 hours and 24 minutes.
That tells the story. It's as simple as that.
Cool at the baseline, but not close enough. 2 breakback points for Nalbandian. Strong as an ox. That's very emotion from a worried-looking man in Jim McIntyre. It's 5-4 now. No doubt that Agassi did wobble a bit there.
No doubt about it. It's amazing. I remember talking to him in Miami earlier in the year, and he said, even after all the matches that I've played, after all the titles I've won and all the experience I've got under my belt, I still get a little bit tight and nervous when I serve out for matches. And that's exactly what happened there. Nalbandian stayed tough, made the big shots when he needed to, but Agassi definitely gifted him the game, and there's still a little bit of tennis to be played in this match.
Neither of them have been good front runners, have they, in this match? Agassi 4-1 up in the first set. In the end, had to go to a breaker to win it. 4-1 up in this set. Now we're back level on breaks.
Time.
So 4-5.
Thank you. Guys are ready. Thank you.
What a shot.
Oh, it's amazing confidence and technical ability to be able to make this shot under that kind of pressure on the back foot. Agassi perhaps then should have read the fact that Nalbandian was maybe going to attempt the lob, but the execution of the shot was quite superb.
Monster kicking.
Doesn't get any better than that. It's so short up the court, that serve, that Agassi was struggling to get racket on ball. Only 70 miles an hour, so that just shows you it's not all about pace, it's about variation, accuracy, and shot selection.
Please. Like that. Second service.
Obviously knew what he wanted to do, even as the ball's being tossed up.
I like that tactic. He hasn't used it in the match prior to that occasion. It just gives Nalbandian something different to think about.
And the crowd smell blood here. Can't believe he's throwing that. It is match point for Andre Agassi after exactly 2.5 hours. Wouldn't you know it? finished with a forehand, but it was the backhand that set it up. The backhand has hemorrhaged points all the way through the match. Andre Agassi has again come from the brink. Good to see Nalbandian supporting. I don't think he's going to shake the umpire's hand. Yes, he does. Good to see. A little bit ironic, I think, though, too. But Andre Agassi, here he goes with his ritual, and they absolutely adore him. No more than he. Tell me, Jason, this is what you're paid for. How do you win this match?
Well, it's amazing, and that's why he plays the game, to be tested and to come through in the end. And it's all about winning when you don't play your best tennis, and that's exactly what Agassi was able to do this evening.
Yeah, right away.
So Agassi wins that, 2 hours and 32 minutes. Wins 6-4 in the third. And you have to feel for David Nalbandian. It wasn't the greatest scrap in tennis terms, but again, an amazing drama.
It's amazing if you have a look at the statistics. 63% of first serves for Agassi, which is pretty good, but look at the winners and the unforced errors. That's the key. Only 23 winners and 39 unforced errors, so he didn't play anywhere near his best tennis for the vast majority of the match, but he played the big points well and he was able to come through. Nalbandian's going to be a little bit distraught, having hit more winners than unforced errors in the match. 51 winners to just 50 unforced errors, and he managed to get 12 break-point opportunities, but only took advantage of 4 of those. But it was all about the drama of the occasion, the atmosphere generated by both players that at times played somewhere near their very best tennis, but they couldn't string it together long enough to get a hold on the match. But it was Agassi, with all the wealth of experience he was able to draw upon, finally coming through in the end.
So it's Nalbandian who is out, and Agassi who is through.
What a match, by the way. I mean, I don't think I could swing a racket into there.
Top notch. Somehow, as he did yesterday, he found a way to win, and here he is signing our lens. Done that a few times. And there's confirmation. Federer goes through from the blue group as champion, and Andre Agassi goes through with him. Nalbandian and Ferrero is out. And we can have a look at the order of play for tomorrow. There you can see Ferrero against Federer, Schuttler against Moya, and then the one that really matters in the evening, not before 7 o'clock local time. Andy Roddick against Guillermo Coria. Whoever wins that goes through. It's been quite a day. Let's leave you with the winners of the day. Rainer Schuttler, Andre Agassi, and the new world #1 for the end of the year, Andy Roddick.
Get on it.